Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk only PlayStation 5 exclusives. Now when it comes to which consoles to buy, with all the respect to all the great services, the subscription services, people want to know about the exclusive games. And if you need to decide which console to buy, Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5, many will look into the exclusive games because they know if they buy one console they won't be able to play it on another. Although when it comes to Xbox Series X, we know this will be available on the PC, but if you don't have a gaming PC, well, for you it's kind of the same, right? You're either gonna play it on one console or the other. Now I can tell you that I enjoy playing, I play many type of game genres, but the ones that I enjoy playing the most are RPG games, first-person shooters, action-adventure games, and I really enjoy playing multiplayer games. I enjoy playing with players around the world, and I, just meeting new friends online. This is something very important to me. So I really want to see whether the PlayStation 5 has a good arsenal for games coming this year, maybe next year, that kind of fits the type of games that I want to play. Because if not, I can play it on the other console. So whether the PlayStation 5 really have games that I see myself enjoy playing. Alright, let's begin. Alright, the first one is Astro's Playroom, of course. Why? Because this one comes preloaded with the PlayStation 5 console. And it's free, so you don't actually need to buy it. And this was actually developed to kind of demo the PlayStation 5 DualSense wireless controller. And of course, I'm really excited to get my hands on the controller. So when you come home with the console, open everything up and set it up, you really want a game that really kind of demonstrates the capabilities of the consoles rather than trying to find one. So it's great having this one on board and ready to play when you turn on the console. Now, next one is actually time exclusive. It will be available also for PC. This game is Deathloop. Deathloop transports players to the lawless islands of Black Reef. In an internal struggle between two extraordinary assassins, explore stunning environments and meticulously designed levels in an immersive gameplay experience that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Hunt down targets all over the island in an effort to put an end to the circle once and for all. Obviously, they talk about time loop, and that actually reminds me some movies related to time loop, like Looper, Source Code, Edge of Tomorrow, so this kind of seems like exciting game. So this is essentially an action adventure game. It's developed by Arkane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. So again, time exclusive, keep this in mind. Next one is Demon's Souls, and this is first party exclusive. Now this game is a remake of the re-owned Demon's Souls game that was initially released on February 5th, 2009. Now that was on the PlayStation 3, and of course we can expect a huge improvement in this remake. But you need to understand that this title was built from the ground up. It's not kind of a mere remaster. This is really a game that was designed from the ground up to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 hardware. And this also means that it will come with, ray tracing, according to the PlayStation blog. So just imagine all this shiny metal with ray tracing. Should be absolutely amazing. Now this is an action adventure game, and if you like games like, Souls-like games, like Bloodborne, this one is for you. Again, this type of game that are kind of very hard, you're gonna die plenty of times, but they feel very, very rewarding. Now, as of the time of making this video, there's no release date for this game, but it's one of the most anticipated titles for the PlayStation 5. Alrighty, next one is Destruction AllStars. Well, first of all, when I first saw the trailer, I didn't know how to eat this game, to be honest. And this is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's a vehicular combat game. The game takes place kind of in a sport arena where drivers kind of pitch against each other in a very intense competition. And the goal of this game is to wreck as many cars as possible. Now, there are two things that actually got me excited about this game. The first thing is the kind of a very realistic looking destruction physics. And the second thing is that I'm looking kind of, a game on the PlayStation 5, kind of like Rocket League, which is a really fun game that you can jump in to play from time to time, between other games and just have fun. This is something I'm really looking forward to. So again, PlayStation 5 exclusive. Hopefully it will feel like, Rocket League, but instead of just helping each other score a goal, you just need to smash each other's car. Sounds great. Next one is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and this is developed by Insomnia Games, and this is a PS5 exclusive. Now I have to tell you this one is the game that I'm looking forward to play the most. I'm a huge fan of the series. Now the game looks absolutely amazing. Now there are several things that make me excited about this game. Well, first of all, I really always enjoyed playing it. It's a very kind of vibrant, colorful, and very rich and detailed world. And if it was like back then, even on the previous consoles, imagine how it would be on the PlayStation 5. Well, we don't need actually to imagine, because there are already gameplay trailers and the game looks absolutely stunning. Now this game was designed from the ground up to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 5 console. And one of the cool things with the mechanic where Ratchet and Clank can transfer themselves into rifts, and when they pass through a rift, immediately the level just changes completely, and this is of course possible due to the very fast SSD and the powerful GPU of the PlayStation 5. And this is exactly what I expected from such a creative studio like Insomnia Games. Really kind of push the boundaries, come up with a mechanic that take advantage of the power of this next-gen console. Now this title also supports ray tracing, and we also take advantage of the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback of the controller. So if you are searching for a game that really kind of feels like PlayStation 5 title that was designed from the ground up to really take advantage of all these technologies of the PlayStation 5, well, this game is it. Alright, next we have Returnal, another PlayStation 5 exclusives. Returnal combines action with roguelike gameplay into a third-person shooter where players fight to survive a hostile planet that changes with every death. That sounds interesting. Players can switch instantly between firing modes by using single adaptive trigger that can get right back into the action after dying. Again, adaptive triggers that use that technology of the controller. PlayStation 5's immersive 3D audio is also used here as well, brings the alien world to life around the player, helping players navigate the intense positional combat coming to the PlayStation 5. So if you like roguelike games and action and science fiction and third-person shooting, well, I think this game will be for you. But the thing is that I paid attention to the technologies. I really want games that kind of take advantage of the technology of the PlayStation 5. So 3D audio, great. Adaptive triggers, great. So definitely this one is on my list. Now this game is developed by AllStars, and I read a bit of information about them. Their headquarters is in Helsinki, Finland. AllStars is a game developer working on console and PC. True to our core gamer audience, we prioritize stratified gameplay mechanics and impeccable audio-visual execution to create euphoric gaming experience. This is our gaming is our motto. For me, sounds exciting. Alright, next one is a sequel to a very popular game. This is Horizon Forbidden West, a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, Horizon Forbidden West is an action role-playing game, and if you play the first one, definitely this one will be at the top of your list. You don't need to even recommend this one. But again, we can expect the world to be even more beautiful and immersive than ever before, due to the power of the PlayStation 5. But same as the previous game, this one also played in a post-apocalyptic open world and in a third-person perspective. And in this game, you also control the protagonist Aloy, a machine hunter in the 31st century, as she travels to California, Utah, and Nevada, filled with dangerous tribes and ravaged by massive storms and deadly machines. Now we also know that Horizon Forbidden West world will be bigger than the previous game. We also know that this game will support the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, so you have gonna have haptic feedback in games. So again, another PlayStation 5 exclusive coming 2021. Alright, next one is another game from Insomnia Games, the developer of Ratchet and Clank. And this is, well, you can see it on the screen, you don't need to guess it, but it's Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is an action-adventure game, again, PlayStation 5 exclusive coming 2020. Now this game is the latest adventure in the Spider-Man universe and will build on and expand Marvel's Spider-Man through an all-new story. Players will experience the rise of Miles Morales as he masters new powers to become his own Spider-Man. And by the way, I did want to know whether this will be on the PlayStation 4, but I read on Inverse.com that this will be PlayStation 5 a launch title. Well, just keep in mind, launch title, and will only be available on the next gen console. So from what I can see here, no PlayStation 4 support. Now keep in mind, if you haven't played the previous game, Spider-Man game, this is one of the most anticipated titles for the PlayStation 5. Now on the blog of PlayStation blog, they mentioned, listen to this, near instant loading, ray tracing, 3D audio, and DualSense controller support. Crazy. We upgraded our characters with 4D scans and improved skin shading for more realistic looking characters and spline based hair that moves far more naturally. So that's exactly what I want to hear, how developers actually share more details about the game, how they're going to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 5 and the new controller. So definitely this is a must play, definitely on my list. Now next one is another console exclusive. This is Gran Turismo 7. I have to admit that I wasn't kind of a fan of car racing games in general, but this one definitely caught my attention. Now this is another entry of the series of the popular car racing game series. This one includes also offline and online co-op, and also LAN co-op and online split screen, drop in out. So you know, all the options for people who enjoy playing multiplayer games with their friends and against other players online. Now as of the time of making this video, we don't have a release date for this game. Now based on what I've seen in the trailer, it seems that here's ray tracing support. Again, racing cars are the type of games that developers really want to showcase the capabilities of the hardware, so we can definitely expect much higher realism compared to previous titles. Now the game will also support the DualSense controller, and we can expect also 3D spatial audio, and again enjoying the real-time ray tracing effects that should be absolutely amazing for this type of game, because we can see all the reflections in the car. So again, this game, something to look forward to. And I have to say that always when it comes to car racing game, maybe people say it's very realistic, but when I play the game, it doesn't really look very realistic. Hopefully Gran Turismo 7 will really take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 4 to really bring really detailed environments and high degree of realism like never before. Alright, next one is Ghostwire Tokyo. This is a time exclusive for the PlayStation 5, but it will be released also for PC as well. So when it comes to console, it will be available first for the PlayStation 5, and later on in a later date it will be released for the Xbox Series X as well. This game is planned to be released in 2021. So although the terms exclusive kind of confused from time to time, but they still decided to put it in the list. Nonetheless, this is an action-adventure game, and this one caught my attention because I really enjoy seeing the reveal trailer. It just looked absolutely stunning. Now basically it tells a story of Tokyo, which overrun by deadly supernatural forces after 99% of the city population vanished. And players need to use their spectral abilities to fight the paranormal threat and unravel the mystery behind the mass disappearance. But one of the things that really excited me about the game, again, is the approach to design the game was a bit different. You know, because sometimes we see things that are kind of common, although they are different, they're kind of common. Like when the platform games, the shooters, you know, all kind of more or less the same, different themes and, you know, different mechanics, but these ones just look different when it comes to visuals. So hopefully this will also play differently compared to other games. Again, it just looks kind of on the creative side, more creative and innovative. Now even if you visit Bethesda's website and you see the page for this game, it's really looks unique and interesting. Alright, next one is definitely PlayStation 5 exclusive, and this is Sackboy, A Big Adventure. The iconic PlayStation hero Sackboy returns in all new 3D adventure with a deeply immersive and expressive control scheme. Players can go on this epic platforming journey solo style, or they can team up with friends for collaborative, chaotic multiplayer fun. Well, if you are a fan of the Little Big Planet franchise, I think you're gonna enjoy this one for sure. But just keep in mind that unlike the previous title, this one features 3D platforming as opposed to just 2.5D in previous entries. Alright, next one, Godfall. By the way, this is a time exclusive, but again, it's a bit confusing. So PlayStation 5 will get it first, probably with PC, and then later on Xbox Series X will get it. You know, kind of a time exclusive with PC. I think we really need to find kind of a term for each one. I'm just confused with all these exclusive terms. Anyway, Godfall is one of the games that I'm personally looking to play, soon after they are released. It's a third-person fantasy looter slasher. Alright, not looter shooter, looter slasher. It focuses on melee combat. Now, I've seen the trailer and some gameplay from developer gameplay interviews, and I have to say, this game looks really, really beautiful, and the character looks amazing, and you can find tons of weapons and customize it based on your favorite playstyle. So overall, in terms of melee combat, this one looks very, very interesting. Now, next one I'll release is Project Athia. Now, this is also a kind of it's exclusive, PS5 exclusive, but it comes to PC, Microsoft Windows as well. So I don't know, I didn't find any information about this one coming to Xbox Series X. So on the console front, this is kind of a exclusive for PlayStation 5. And by the way, when you watch the trailer of this one, you can't see actually Xbox Series X or Xbox. You just see PlayStation 5 and PC. So maybe it doesn't come to Xbox at all. Now, why this one caught my attention? Well, first of all, it looks amazing, but when I read on the press release, Project Athia is a culmination of Luminous production philosophy to create a completely new and fresh gaming experiences that uses together the latest technologies with art. So again, when you read this, you know that you're going to see something different. Now, this project is still in development, so we don't have a release date and we don't know a lot of information about this game. But I did went to Square Enix website and I read that this is the first game by their Square Enix studio called Luminous Productions, and this is also a brand new IP created specifically for PlayStation 5 and PC. And there I also read something that I really wanted to see is Project Athia will harness the full power of the PlayStation 5. Fusing state-of-the-art technology with incredible art to create an experience that will be utterly unique and completely memorable. Now, it's also said there, it will take you to a world filled with beauty and dismay and set you on an action-packed, story-led adventure that is twisted, tempestuous, and forbidding in equal measure. So we can expect an action-adventure game with some, really unique visuals and gameplay experience. But again, we don't know a lot, so we need to wait and see. But definitely this looks like a very ambitious project. So this is it for this video. I know it was long, but I wanted to cover all of them and talk about each title. Again, just keep in mind, this is not all. There might be more exclusive coming, maybe the day the console is released and maybe slightly after. We don't know about just yet. And as you see, not all of them are just completely console exclusive. Some of them are console time exclusive. Some of them will be released for the PlayStation 5 and PC, but not on the Xbox Series X. And some are made by the various Sony studios. Now, I have to say that after spending time aggregating this information for you and reading about each title just a bit more, which I haven't done before, not in depth, I have to say that I'm really excited for all these titles. There are really some very interesting titles that I enjoy playing. And when looking at overall all the titles overall, there are many type of games that I see myself enjoy playing. And I think when it comes to game genres, I kind of see that Sony really releases games closer to the game genres that I personally enjoy playing the most. So this is something that I need to consider as well when deciding between which console to buy, the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5. Now, of course, we also need to consider the fact that there are many other PlayStation exclusive and you don't see a sequel here. Probably under development, we haven't heard about it so far, and some of the biggest ones are actually not mentioned just yet. And Sony has amazing studios with very, very talented developers, so I can definitely see that down the road, even in very near future, in the first year, we're going to see amazing exclusive coming to the PlayStation 5. So that's it. I'm going to cut it here. So if you have anything to add, let me know in the comment section below. If there are more games, I'm going to create another video with those games. And of course, they're going to be down the road more. So I'm going to create another video showing those exclusives, PlayStation 5 exclusive, so you can learn more about them. So again, thanks for watching, everyone. Consider subscribing to my channel and giving a like. And I see you on the next video. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye-bye.